it was on the 21st of July 2013 in Trento, Italy, and it was in that race that I had the accident that changed my life forever. The race involved going over 3 very big mountains. The first one we covered, and I was just behind the leaders, and we entered the corner way too fast, and I struck a bit of water and lost control, and I crashed straight into a rock embankment. I was trying to breathe, I couldn't. I was bleeding profusely. I ruptured veins in my arm and my neck, and there was a lot of blood, and my shoulder was crushed, my collarbone shattered, my shoulder blade was broken in multiple places. I had internal bleeding in my abdomen, my spleen, my thorax collapsed. I broke my sternum, my femur neck, compound fractures in my spine. I broke my lumbar spine and both my lungs were punctured. I broke 12 ribs. I spent 9 days in ICU. They explained to me the extent of my injuries and everything. Even the doctor that treated me on the road said to me, "Do you realize you survived there?" I was not prepared to accept the fact that I cannot ride a bike again. I've been riding since I was 12. And I figured I've been given a second chance at life. I have an opportunity to do something with it.
In the hospital, I still made a little note in a little notebook. I just wrote there, I'm going to come back and I'm going to finish this race within a year.
I was told, you will never do this. It's not possible. But I didn't want to focus on the impossible. I focused on the possible. I visualized myself crossing a line with my arms in the air. I pictured that. I visualized it at the start line. And it took me away from the situation I was in. It was a huge success. I said, I'm going to come back next year, but I want to double it. Every year I want to double it. I believe it's possible.
Don't let anyone ever tell you you cannot do something. You be the judge of that. You decide that.
I did something that nobody thought would be possible, and that's where the name came from. I turned the impossible into impossible.
Quite often we're tempted to wait for the right circumstances before we step out of the comfort zone, before we stretch ourselves and try and do something we've never done before. There will never be a right time. The minute you get your mind right and you focus, it'll be so much easier.
You know, when going gets tough, we tend to be really hard on ourselves sometimes, but we need to also just catch a breath and have some fun. Enjoy the experience.
There's always reason to celebrate, always reason to be grateful. You got to put your mind where you want to be, and the body will follow.
Wow. Grant Lottering, Mr. Impossible. How you recovered and exactly what you've done with your remarkable, remarkable recovery.
Take the limits off. Step out.
For you that are cyclists, you would know it.
This was a hell of a ride.